Hey there, friends. Welcome to Sochiology. This is Sochit. I'm so happy to have all of you here today as we're going to talk about another really cool topic. And I know you guys are saying, well, she says that every time that she's going to talk about a really cool topic. But guess what, guys? It's a really cool topic and it needs to be talked about. So I will share with you guys in a second what that topic is for today. But in the meantime, if you can please click the subscribe button in that little corner or the top corner. I'm not sure where it's at, but anyway, you know where it's at. Find it, click it, and subscribe, please. We're going to continue to talk about different subjects here and things that are maybe heartfelt to some people, definitely things that I've experienced, and guess what? We're not alone in all this. So let's get through this together and let's keep growing and evolving and sharing our stories. So click the button. Okay, so let's get started. Today's topic is going to be breaking boundaries. See, I told you guys it was a cool topic, right? Definitely a cool topic. At least for me it is, just because I've one of those girls that growing up, I broke a lot of boundaries. So I definitely relate to this topic very well. And I am living proof that breaking boundaries is kind of the way to go. It's a cool thing to do. And sometimes you might do it without even noticing that you're doing it because it's something that comes to you naturally, or you're just being yourself. You're focusing on your future, your dreams, you know, the things that the nature and your spirit naturally pulls you towards. So yeah, pretty cool, right? Absolutely. And I think this is also a subject that a lot of most motivational speakers talk about, mentors, maybe even your parents, friends. It can be relatable to health choices, breaking traditions, cultural views, you know, so pretty cool, right? So just the word boundaries sounds kind of puts you in a box, right? It puts you with limitations. It puts you with maybe a circle of people. It puts you in a career that you don't want to be in. It puts you in a path in life that you don't want to live. Definitely that can, this is a big one here, health. And the reason I say health is because, you know, when there are certain ailments, certain things that a lot of family members might have, or certain cultures might have more than others, they're like, oh, it runs in my family. No. Yes, a lot of things do run in the family, but guess what? When you break boundaries and you change certain things, like eating habits and things like that, guess what? You broke a boundary. And now all of a sudden, things that were considered part of your culture or it runs in my family, no, guess what? You just broke boundaries and now you switched that whole thing around to live a different lifestyle when it came to health. So that's definitely a big one to focus on. So yeah, let's talk about some of the things that maybe, or actually that I feel affected me. Okay, so don't sit like that. Cross your legs. We were not allowed to wear certain things because, oh, if you're hanging around boys and something bad is going to happen. Let's see here. What's the other one? Oh, look at people in the eye and shake their hand. You know, that's going to show a certain sign of respect. And that's not a bad one, honestly. But doesn't mean that if I don't do that, I'm not showing respect. And because I don't give someone eye contact, I'm not being like, hey, you know, I'm not being proper. Right? What's another one? Let's see here. What is another one? Okay, so this is the cherry on top for me, was leaving home. Yeah. I left my house I moved out I ran out of there. I escaped, whatever you want to call it, but I left the little nest at the age of 17, I think it was. Yeah. And that's a big no-no, especially in a typical Mexican traditional household. And it's like, before you know it, it becomes a big fiasco. Somebody told somebody that told somebody, and before you know it, all my family knows that I moved out. Well, why did you move out? The phone calls start coming in. What happened? It's like the, what do you call it? Current events of the Licea household. You know what I mean? So that's definitely one that is huge, because you just do not do that. And I didn't leave because I got married, because I was going away to college. I moved away because I was tired of the boundaries. Okay, I'm just saying. I was tired of the boundaries, and I just needed to, like, peace out. Bye, I'm out. I can't deal with the boundaries. I'm gonna go find my way and figure it out. I don't care how broke I am, how hard this journey is gonna be. And to be honest, I was so young at the time that I didn't even really think about where was I gonna, like, about savings and the car, like, living. I didn't even think about all those things, because I just wanted to break boundaries, you know? So that is definitely a big one. I don't know if anybody out there listening can relate to this story, but if you do, please, like, let's connect so we can maybe exchange some of our experiences, because this is definitely, like, something that's not easy to do. But when you're in a situation where you feel almost like a, I guess you can say, a point of, like, a, maybe like a pressure cooker, I can describe it. You don't even think about all these other extracurricular things, because you're, like, literally at that wit's end of wanting change, right? And those things can be hard. It can be hard, especially on a teenager, on a young girl. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject for something else, for another day. But I just definitely wanted to bring that one up, because that's actually a big one for me. And it's funny that I left my parents' house at 17, and then I grew up in Arizona. I left Arizona at the age of 22. I'm not going to tell you guys how old I am right about now, but let's just put it this way. I've been gone more than half my life from Arizona. I left and I never came back. So anyway, it's been a great experience. Definitely not easy. It's definitely has not been easy. So for me to sit here and talk about it with a smile on my face, you know that I've reached a point in my life that those boundaries that I broke and the things that I faced about myself have brought me to this smile here that you see, and I'm in a good place, you know. But things take time, and breaking boundaries, it's not just something that you're learning for yourself, but you're learning that also for the people around you and the people that love you. So a lot of things to be learned and discussed in that whole process. So I'm really glad I brought that up, because that's, now that I think about it, it's like my mind's kind of going with all these little scenarios and stories that I've been through. But it's all good. At the end of the day, it's all good. You know, I'm here, and I'm so happy to, like, talk to you guys about it. So I mean, mind you, this breaking boundaries, like I said in the beginning of the conversation, it can mean so many different things. These are just, like I said, some of the things that I personally experienced, but I definitely want to hear what you guys think about this. So how do we break boundaries? And how do we build up the courage to do it? Do we prepare for it? Do we go into it blindfolded like I did? Or do we just take a dash for it? What do you guys think? Stretch yourself beyond your limits and your current situation, whether it's with your family, or whether it's a city you live in, or maybe a career you're in. Stretch yourself and have maybe a clear goal of what it is that you're trying to do, or do a Sochi and just dive in head first. at the end of the day, you know, you gotta break those boundaries, right? And some people learn in a crash course type of way, and some people learn by preparing for it. So whatever it is that works for you, you know what? Just do it. And also surround yourself by different people. Explore. Uh, Visit different types of maybe us cities or different cultures. Dive into a new subject at school, maybe as an elective. Take on a hobby of a sport or start working out. You know, all those things are self-imposed if you really think about it. And I mean, I get it. There's things that are a little bit more, that are a little bit harder, you know, certain cultures, certain upbringings. I get it. I'm not saying it in that reference, but in order to break boundaries, you know, you have to step outside of yourself in a sense. And once you reach that level of clarity in your head and that peace in your heart that your spirit naturally pulls you to do, or your heart is desiring to learn, it's going to be a very positive outcome, you know. And I definitely challenge everyone to do that. Once you start breaking boundaries and challenging yourself to see things and do things in a different perspective, you're going to reach your full potential. And that, my friends, is rewarding. So, on that note, I want to conclude this episode of Sociology on Breaking Boundaries. I had so much fun talking about this subject, and I definitely, as I said in some of the other topics, I definitely think this is something we need to circle back to and talk about a little bit more. And especially when I get other people's perspectives on this and their experiences, because I definitely want to share, I definitely want you guys to share your thoughts with me, and also maybe just share experiences and things like that. So I think that'll be really cool. A cool way to expand on this topic. So anyway, I hope all of you guys enjoyed this episode of Sociology, and I'm so looking forward to the next one. So stay tuned. And for now, I wish everyone an amazing evening and have a great night.